Welcome, believers. Welcome, conspiracy theorists. Welcome to the wonderfully weird world of the Tinfoil Hat Fan Club, where we talk about all the batshit crazy stuff that goes on in the world. Now, today, I'm wearing my tinfoil hat. A, there's a couple of reasons why I'm wearing it. B, that's me between January, February, and March. It's bloody freezing. And secondly, someone did put a thing on my YouTube channel saying that you kind of lost credibility because I wasn't wearing it, and that is fair enough. That is fair enough. So it is back on, and I wear this not to take the piss or to take the mickey. That's not why I wear it. Right? I've been into this subject for years, from a very young age. My dad bought Eric von Doniken's Chariots of the Gods, got me into the subject. Always been massively into it. And in the 80s and 90s, if you talked about UFOs, you were kind of like, they used to say, "What are you, a member of the Tinfoil Hat Fan Club or something?" And I used to go, "Yes, I am." So that is why I wear it, with pride. All right, better to wear a hat than a blindfold, that's what I'll say. And this leads us, lovingly, right, to the Dark Pyramid, the Black Pyramid in Alaska, right? I'm going to tell you about it, and you can tell me what you think. Now, I originally got some of the information from a place called Puzzle and Mysteries. So I will read you from it, and you can tell me whether you believe it or not, okay? Okay, in September 1989, a bloke called Doug Muckler took up a job as a counterintelligence officer at Fort Richardson near Anchorage, Alaska. Doug knew adapting to Alaska's rugged terrain would take effort, and on a routine check in the map room, a curious detail on a Denali National Park map caught his eye. A small, unexplained area about 60 miles west of Mount McKinley. Now, 3 years later, Doug's curiosity would have its answers. Now, if we fast forward to late 1992, Doug and a group of soldiers were watching a news segment on an underground nuclear detonation in China. The report showed an image of a massive pyramid about 100 feet below the Alaskan surface. Larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, Doug recognised the location as the same unexplored area that he spotted on the map, right? Now, when Doug made his way to the newsroom to follow up, he found no trace of the story. Employees were tight-lipped, but one young staffer confirmed that the story had aired, but was promptly pulled after a couple of men in suits visited. The narrative was disappearing, much like the dark circumstances surrounding it, all right? So they're trying to silence this. Now, we've got to fast forward to 1993. Doug got transferred to Fort Meade in Maryland, home to the National Security Agency. Seeking information, he inquired about an archaeological site in Alaska at a huge archive. The archiving efforts were squashed when two men in black showed up. Are they the men in black, or were they just men in black suits? Now, they warned Doug off. The actions reeked of secrecy, and Doug knew he had unearthed something significant. Now, years later, Doug went public, telling his strange but fascinating story to a woman called Linda Moulton Howe, and I will stick her behind me, all right? A renowned journalist in the UFO and conspiracy circles, Doug wasn't alone. Marty Johnson, a World War II veteran, had also encountered the pyramid's mysteries in 1959. Marty was whisked away to a secret location in Alaska where he saw colossal underground pyramids in action. Now, there's also Lee Pearson, who in 1978 flew to a base east of Denali with a military pilot. Upon arrival, electronics malfunctioned and a heavily armed personnel surrounded them. He said, in his own words, it felt like something straight out of a Cold War thriller. Now, if we fast forward, we talk about Bruce Pearson, Lee's son, right? Now, Bruce decided to follow his father's footsteps using Google Earth. He identified a squared-off plot of land in the middle of nowhere, consistent with tales of the secret base. Now, when he flew over and found an old airstrip and a road that didn't appear on any maps, it was clear someone had been hiding something big out there. So various accounts, some from remote viewers and whistleblowers, echoed the story of an ancient energy-producing pyramid buried deep in Alaskan soil. So, high-tech facilities, formidable security, and tech that seems otherworldly. So, Linda Moulton Howe, through meticulous research and credible witnesses, brought the Dark Pyramid into the public realm. As more individuals began to share similar experiences, a compelling picture of hidden technology and ancient mysteries emerged. Even through the question persists, is the Dark Pyramid real? So, I've looked into it a bit more and I've come across something from revlox.com, and it's called The Mystery of the Alaskan Black Pyramids, Theories, Legends and Controversies. And this is great, so I'll read it to you, right? Now, it says, the legend of the Alaskan Black Pyramid gained more attention in the 1990s when an American television news broadcast allegedly covered a discovery that originated from seismic activity research. And we've mentioned that, haven't we, before, just a second ago, right? According to reports, in 1992, a China-US joint seismology team was studying the effects of a large earthquake in China when they unexpectedly detected an unusual underground formation in the Alaska wilderness. The disposed discovery revealed a massive structure described as a pyramid buried deep beneath the surface. This pyramid was allegedly larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, measuring twice its size, with some sources claiming it to be nearly 15,000 feet tall. However, what followed after this broadcast was radio silence. The news report quickly disappeared from the airwaves, and no official confirmation or further investigation was made public. So, like we said about the Linda Moulton Howe bit, when that bloke went to that radio, well, that broadcasting station, and they denied all knowledge of it. Now, over the years, the story of the Alaskan Black Pyramid faded into obscurity, but it didn't disappear. Instead, it evolved into a legend that continues to circulate, gaining traction in conspiracy circles and becoming the subject of countless theories. Right, so these are the theories. Theories surrounding the Alaskan Black Pyramid, right? One of them, ancient alien technology. Now, one of the most popular theories, particularly among those who subscribe to the ancient astronaut hypothesis, is that the Alaskan Black Pyramid is not of human origin, but rather a structure built by extraterrestrial beings. Now, according to this theory, aliens visited Earth thousands of years ago, constructed massive pyramids, including the one in Alaska, as part of a global network of power generating structures. Proponents of this theory suggest that the pyramid could be a source of advanced technology, possibly capable of generating or harnessing immense amounts of energy, which might explain why the US government will want to keep its existence a secret. This theory ties into broader claims that the pyramids across the world, from Egypt to Mexico, are part of a global grid of energy conduction structures built by ancient civilizations under extraterrestrial guidance. It's not a bad theory. It's not a bad theory, right? The second one is it's a lost ancient civilization. Another prevalent theory is that the Alaskan Black Pyramid was built by an ancient human civilization that existed long before recorded history. Now, advocates of this theory argue that this civilization could have been highly advanced, with knowledge of architecture, astronomy, and energy that rivals or surpasses modern understandings. And let's face it, there is a lot of evidence to suggest there are lost ancient civilizations, and I definitely buy that, but I buy both theories, okay? Now, the idea of a lost civilization in Alaska aligns with other speculative theories about ancient people inhabiting the Arctic, particularly during times when global conditions might have been warmer. Now, according to this theory, the Black Pyramid was once a central part of the civilization's culture and might have served religious, astronomical, or energy purposes. Okay? So, the third theory, is its government and military cover-up. Now, one of the most enduring aspects of the Alaskan Black Pyramid mystery is the idea of a government covering it up. This theory suggests that the US government has known about the pyramids for decades, but has kept it secret for a variety of reasons. One explanation is the pyramid holds strategic military significance. Now, according to some, the Black Pyramid could be a military installation disguised as an ancient structure, possibly designed to harness electromagnetic energy for secret defense projects. Alaska, known for its remote terrain and significant military presence due to its proximity to Russia, would be an ideal location for such a hidden facility. And I am buying the fact that the government would definitely 100% cover it up. I just don't think we built it. That's my theory anyway. Others speculate that the pyramid could be part of the classified energy experiment, similar to the conspiracy theories surrounding HARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, a military research facility in Alaska frequently mentioned in conspiracy circles for its alleged connection to weather control and mind manipulation. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's a theory, isn't it? So what do you think, right? The fourth one, a natural geological formation. So skeptics of the Alaskan Black Pyramid legend suggest that the so-called pyramid could simply be a natural geological formation, such as a large underground mountain or rock structure. Given that the supposed discovery stemmed from seismic research, it's possible that the data was misinterpreted or exaggerated, leading to the belief that a man-made structure was beneath the surface. Yeah, I'm not buying that one. Well, I wouldn't, would I? Right? So, the mystery of Alaska, a land of secrets, right? Part of what makes the story of the Alaskan Black Pyramid so compelling is its setting. Right? Alaska itself is a land filled with mysteries, both natural and historical. Its vast, untamed wilderness is largely unexplored, and many areas remain inaccessible due to the harsh terrain and extreme climate. This does make Alaska a natural breeding ground for conspiracy theories and legends. But hey, look, the Chinese found an anomaly. All right, so it's not because it's remote, it's not because it's inaccessible. They did find an anomaly in Alaska. All right. So the state is also home of very strange and unexplained phenomena, such as the Alaska Triangle, that I will cover another day, right? An area where numerous aircrafts and people have disappeared under mysterious circumstances, similar to the more famous Bermuda Triangle. The remoteness and isolation of Alaska, combined with its history of military installations and secretive research, provide further grounds for theories about hidden pyramids and ancient civilizations. Well, it would, wouldn't it, really? Okay, so, and it is a weird area. That Alaska Triangle, I think I'll cover next week if you stick around, right? So, the lack of evidence, right? Despite the intrigue and widespread speculation surrounding the Alaskan Black Pyramid, there remains no concrete evidence of its existence. No official archaeological studies, photographs, or scientific reports have been released that confirm the presence of a pyramid in the Alaska wilderness, but they would not release it, would they? Many skeptics point out that if a pyramid of such enormous size did exist, it would have been detected by modern satellite imaging. Maybe it has. Ground-penetrating radar or other scientific methods used to map the Earth's surface. And without such evidence, the Black Pyramid remains in the realm of speculation and legend. And we get that, don't we? But if they had found something, especially if it was a government-funded something, they wouldn't have told us, right? Now, the Alaskan Black Pyramid legend has become a fixture in the broader world of conspiracy theories, drawing attention from those who believe that the government's secret organisation or extraterrestrial beings are hiding the truth about human history and technological advancement, and I genuinely believe that. Right, the lack of official confirmation combined with the disappearance of the initial news report has only fueled suspicion that something is being kept hidden. Where did that initial news report go, right? Like many conspiracy theories, the Alaskan Black Pyramid story thrives on ambiguity. The absence of clear answers allows people to project their beliefs, fears, and hopes onto the mystery. Well, maybe so, but it doesn't hurt. Make it an enduring part of modern mythology. Now, could the Alaskan Black Pyramid be real, right? The question of whether the Alaskan Black Pyramid is real remains unanswered. While the lack of hard evidence and scientific scrutiny makes it unlikely that such a massive structure exists, and I don't agree with that at all, the legend persists. And I'll tell you why it persists. Because we know the government lied to us, all right? I mean, UFOs have been knocking around for years and they still deny that they're out there. It's only recently with the Tic Tac videos that they've actually come out and said, oh, yeah, Yeah, they're not ours. You know, but they have lied about it. They've lied about a lot of stuff. And the Men in Black, for instance. I mean, well, I think we'll cover them one day. Why do they appear at people's doors and sort of like Armstrong them into silence? You know, why do they do that? Anyway, okay. Conclusion: the enduring illusion of the Black Pyramid. The tale of the Alaskan Black Pyramid serves as a modern day mystery that bridges the gap between ancient history conspiracy and the unknown. And that's what it basically does, doesn't it, right? Do you believe in the ancient civilization theory? I do. Like I always say, we are a species in amnesia. There is so much evidence to suggest that there was a much more technical human race before us. I mean, if you just look at Puma Punka, Michi Puchu, you know, Baalbek, I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff, you know. Baalbek in Lebanon, massive stone structures there. They're about, I don't know, 100,000 tons? No. Yeah, I think they're that big. I do. I generally think they're that big. How on earth did you get them up there? You know, and why would mankind make stones so big if you didn't have the ability to pick them up easy? Do you know what I mean? I mean, nowadays our brick structure's nothing like that. We have got trucks, cranes. You know, we've got stuff to move these massive monoliths, but we don't make them that big because it's unpractical. So, anywho, this was the Black Pyramid. What do you think? Linda Moulton Howe, obviously. She's top of her class. You either believe her or you don't. I do believe her. She's a massive UFO freak. She knows a lot of stuff. She's mainly into cattle mutilation. I don't really want to go into personally. It's too scary. So, anywho, this was the Tinfoil Hat Fan Club. Please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And I will catch you on the next one. Like I say, I think the next one will talk about the Alaskan Triangle. So, thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you later.